the king who was buried alive by his own army. The battlefield was silent, not the peaceful kind of silence, but the heavy stillness that follows betrayal. The king stood alone, his crown still on his head, his armor still stained with the dust of command. Just hours ago, thousands of soldiers had bowed before him. Now, not a single sword was raised in his defense. This is the story of one of the darkest legends in military history. A king, buried alive by the very army he once led. The rise of a feared ruler. Historical records from the ancient East speak of a powerful monarch who ruled through fear more than loyalty. His reign was built on endless wars, brutal punishments, and absolute control. He demanded victory at any cost. Retreat was treason. Failure meant death. At first, his army expanded his empire at lightning speed. Cities fell. Borders shifted. His name became a symbol of terror. But fear is a weak foundation for loyalty. Years of bloodshed exhausted the soldiers. They fought without rest, without reward, and without mercy. The king grew more paranoid. He executed generals for minor mistakes. He punished entire battalions for a single retreat. Slowly, silently, the army turned against him. The final betrayal. The final campaign was meant to restore his fading glory. Instead, it became his doom. Surrounded by enemies, low on supplies, and trapped in hostile territory, the army reached its breaking point. According to legend, the soldiers secretly agreed on a single decision. They would not let this king return home. During the night, his guards vanished. His tent was surrounded, not by enemies, but by his own men. At sunrise, the king was seized. No trial, no announcement, no chance to speak. They dragged him beyond the camp. What happened next became one of the most chilling punishments ever recorded in legend. That, buried alive, a deep pit had already been prepared. Not a grave of honor, not a tomb, a pit of betrayal. The king struggled. He screamed. He cursed. He promised mercy. He promised gold. He promised forgiveness. No one listened. The same soldiers who had once shielded him with their bodies now held him down as earth was thrown over his armor, over his crown, over his face. According to the legend, his final screams echoed through the valley until they were swallowed by soil and silence. No executioner's blade, no public trial, just darkness and suffocation by his own army, erased from history. When the soldiers returned, they spread a simple story. The king died in battle. No body was ever found. No tomb was ever built. Official records quietly replaced his name. Statues were destroyed. Coins were melted. It was as if he had never existed. But legends do not disappear so easily. Whispers of the buried king spread through generations. Parents warned their sons. Commanders warned their rulers. The message was clear. You can rule through fear, but fear will never die for you. The deeper meaning. Historians still debate whether this king truly existed or whether the story was shaped by time into legend. But the message behind it is undeniable. Every empire that collapses from within follows the same pattern. Power without justice. Authority without loyalty. Command without compassion. The king believed his army belonged to him. He forgot that an army belongs first to its own survival and to its own dignity. And so the king who ruled without mercy received none in return. No monument remembers him. No grave honors him. No history book speaks his final words. Only one truth remains buried beneath the earth with his body. Slank. A ruler can defeat enemies with fear, But only loyalty can save him when the enemies are gone. Because in the end, the most dangerous rebellion does not rise from the streets. It rises silently from within the ranks of those who once swore to protect you.